àwa kò lè dé òye kò ní lè máa mọ o. Àwa kò lè dé òye kò ní lè máa mọ o. Adé o. Adé o, àwa máa dé òye. Àwa kò lè dé òye kò ní lè máa mọ o. Mi ò gbọ́. Àwa kò lè dé òye kò ní lè máa mọ o. Ṣé bàbá? Àwa kò lè dé òye kò ní lè máa mọ o. Everybody clap your hands. Ẹ wá bá wa jó.
Ẹ wá bá wa yọ̀. Onífàtò ìmọ̀lẹ̀. Agogo church ìlú. Ẹ wá bá wa jó. Ẹ wá bá wa jó. Ẹ wá bá wa jó. Onífàtò ìmọ̀lẹ̀. Agogo church ìlú. Ẹ wá bá wa jó.
Aragẹ̀dẹ̀ rìgìrìgì rẹ̀gẹ̀rẹ̀gẹ̀ rògòrògò. Yes, pàpà. Mi ò gbọ́. Ẹ wá bá wa jó.
Join us in our dance.
Ẹ wá bá wa yọ̀.
Join us in our joy.
Onífàtò ìmọ̀lẹ̀.
No matter who you are,
Agogo church
the bell is ringing. So join us in our dance. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, can everyone say ẹ káàárọ̀?
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ means good morning in the African language called Yoruba. Can everyone say Yoruba?
Yoruba.
Yoruba is spoken in the African country called Nigeria. Nigeria is in West Africa. Remember that Africa is a very huge continent and it has so many countries in it, 54 countries. And Nigeria happens to be the largest because there are a lot of people that live in it. And we also speak so many languages. Approximately 500 languages are spoken in Nigeria, 1,000 dialects, and English is also the official language. So I'm going to teach you all how to say greetings in the three major languages that are most often used in Nigeria. And the languages are, please repeat after me. Everyone say Yoruba,
Yoruba.
Igbo,
Igbo.
Hausa.
Hausa.
Now in Yoruba, you are going to say Ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀.
You already know what that means, right? It means good morning. Now in Igbo, you are going to learn to say Ndewenu. Ndewenu. All right? Ndewenu means how are you? Now in Hausa, you are going to learn to say Senu de Suwa. Senu de Suwa. Senu de Suwa means welcome. So welcome to the show. And we are very pleased, happy, and excited to be here because it's a jolly, jolly time. All
Yes.
right? Thank you for having us.
Yes. We love visiting the District 6 Child Development Center. And it gives us great pleasure to be back this year, even though it's virtual. We feel very, very fortunate to be able to reach you in this way. And we're ready to have some fun with the kids and the teachers and the staff. So you guys are ready? We're ready. Now, the next part of our presentation is a recreation of the African storytelling tradition. And we call this part of our show Moonlight Stories. because stories are usually told at night in
And we are
Africa.
going to set the mood.
We're going to set the mood.
All right.
So everyone, please say and do this. Moonlight story. Come on.
Moonlight story.
Because for thousands and thousands of years, the children of Africa have sat at the feet of their elders, listening to stories in the mystical light of the moon. Stories that came before modern science, explaining things like why things are as they are, and also teaching lessons like right from wrong, how to be a good friend, how to respect yourself and others, and especially how to respect our elders. We have one such story that we'd like to share this morning. It's a story about two animals who were
Best friends. BFFs.
Yes, these two BFFs in English are known as dog and turtle.
All right, now I'm going to tell you what they are called in my language, Yoruba. So can everyone please say, Aja,
Aja,
Ati,
Ati,
Ijapa.
Ijapa.
Yes, Aja Ati Ijapa means dog and turtle. We are also going to learn how to say it in Spanish. So can everyone please say,
Pero
y tortuga.
y tortuga.
Very good.
Storytellers in Africa never ever tell stories unless everyone's ready. To show the storytellers you're ready, everyone has to be absolutely quiet, absolutely still, and all eyes have to be on the storyteller. Now, then and only then will the storyteller say, hello, which means, are you ready for the story? If you are, you have to say and do this.
Hello.
That means bring the story down. Let's try it, everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Once upon a time, in animal land, there was no food, and the animals began to suffer. Now they suffered so much that they became selfish, and they began to think only of themselves. All except one animal. That animal was dog. When there was trouble, dog thought about his mother, and he placed her in heaven. When he went to a special spot and sang a magical song, something would happen. Please, everyone, help us sing dog song.
This is your response. Can everyone say, Alu John John Ki John? You're going to clap your hands at the same time. So let's practice it. Everybody say, Alu John John Ki John. Ìyá ìyá jọ kò sí ilẹ̀ o. Alu John John Ki John. Gbogbo ẹranko pa yèyé rẹ̀ jẹ. Alu John John Ki John. Ajá mú tirẹ̀ ó rọrùn. Alu John John Ki John.
When Dog's mother heard those words, she would drop a long magical rope down from heaven. Dog would climb that rope, and when he reached heaven, his favorite food was always waiting on him. He would eat, he'd give his mother a hug and a goodbye kiss, and then he'd climb the rope back down to animal land. Now, this went on for a long, long time until one day, Dog's best friend, Ijapa, the turtle, got wise. Turtle said,
"Now, wait 1 minute. No food in the forest. All the animals are getting smaller and weaker except for that dog. He's getting bigger. He's getting stronger every day. I'm gonna find out his secret."
and sure enough, the next day before the dog could leave home, Turtle hid in the bushes near his house to watch his every move. When Dog went to that magical spot, Turtle was watching, and Dog looked up to heaven and sang,
Ìyá ìyá jọ kò sí ilẹ̀ o.
Alu John John Ki John.
Ìyá ìyá jọ kò sí ilẹ̀ o.
Alu John John Ki John.
Gbogbo ẹranko pa yèyé rẹ̀ jẹ.
Alu John John Ki John.
Ajá mú tirẹ̀ ó rọrùn.
Alu John John Ki John. When Dog's mother heard the words, she dropped the long magical rope as before. Dog again climbed the rope, and when he reached heaven, his favorite food was waiting on him as always. Now he ate as before. He gave his mother the hug and the goodbye kiss, and then he climbed the rope back down to animal land. But This time, as soon as the dog touched the ground, that turtle said,
Now, I know that dog's secret. I'm gonna trick that dog.
and sure enough, the next day, before the dog could leave home, Turtle slipped into his house and tied him down. He disguised himself as dog and he went to that magical spot. He tried to disguise his voice, but this is how the turtle sings.
We are going to sing like the turtle. Ready? So everybody say,
Now you know, every mother knows their child. Right away, Dog's mother said, "That doesn't sound like my boy Dog." And then she thought, maybe he has a cold. And so she dropped the long magical rope anyway. But time come and time go, and still no dog, because turtles are very, very slow. Meanwhile, Turtle was still at the very bottom of the rope. Finally, Dog's mother said, "Dog should have been here by now. Let me look down and see what's going on." And she went over to the edge of heaven, took one look at Turtle, trying to disguise himself as dog, and she knew that was not her child, because every mother
knows their child.
Dog's mother released the rope. Down the naughty turtle fell until he hit the ground.
Bossa!
And that's why all turtles have cracked backs until this very day.
True story.
The end.
Bravo! Excellent.
As you well know, a good story is never over until the lesson is learned. The lesson we learned while listening, reading, or watching a story is called the moral. What does this story teach us? Every mother knows their child. We should never be selfish or jealous of others. And if we want something that does not belong to us, we should ask for it. The story reminds us that we should always be ourselves, and that we should love, honor, and give due respect to our elders. Clap for yourselves for learning some. Here's a rhythm and song that celebrates storytelling, sung by the storytellers themselves in many parts of West Africa. But in order for us to play this rhythm and song and sing the song, we need everyone to clap their hands like this. Clap, 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 clap,
One,
clap,
two,
clap,
three.
and
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's my trusty old drum. I'm gonna bring it to your school the next time. Yeah.
It's called a djembe drum.
You get to touch it.
Yes. Miss Tutu and I brought a lot of drums. There's one behind us called the junju, and there's a big djembe in the middle there. You can see it over back there. We love music, and we want you too to love music and make it a big part of your life. You don't need anything to make music. You got your voice, you got your hands, you got your feet,
Yes.
anything around you, you could make music with.
You got your dance.
So let's get it started. And this is a great time to do so. Now, the next story is a very special story taken from the tradition of Miss Tutu's country, Nigeria.
The Edo speaking people language, you know, so it's different from the Yoruba. So I want you to listen carefully. Now, the storyteller in the Edo language, they will wait for the audience to ask them to tell them a story. And the way you determine that is by saying, Agbiro, which means storyteller, tell us a story. Agbiro, then your response will be, no. Okay, that would be my response. I will say, no. So everyone say, Agbiro.
Agbiro.
No. Now, the story I'm going to tell you is about 3 birds, you know, a hen and a little cat. The 3 birds and the hen did everything together. They flock together, they hunt for food together, and they just fly together. One day, the 3 birds and the hen decided that they are going to lay 10 eggs each. The first bird laid 10 eggs. The second one laid 10 eggs. And the third bird laid 10 eggs. Now, Miss Hen, not to be outdone, she also laid 10 eggs. Along came the little cat, who went to the first bird's nest and took 1 egg. How many do you think the bird have left? 9. Now, the second, the cat went to the second bird's nest and took 2 eggs. And he got to the third bird's nest and he took 3 eggs. Now, when Miss Hen, when the cat got to the hen's house, he took all of Miss Hen's 10 eggs. Now, when the first bird arrived, she noticed that one of her eggs was missing. She said, well, no problem. She sat. When the second bird arrived, she noticed that 2 eggs were missing. How many do you think she has left? 8. Now, she looked, she said, well, no problem. She sat. Now, when the third bird arrived, she noticed that there were 3 of her eggs missing. She said, well, how many do you think is left? 7. She said, well, no problem. She sat. But when Miss Hen arrived, she looked into her nest and she noticed that all of her 10 eggs were gone. She was furious. Miss Hen began to make the highest chicken fuss you can ever imagine. She began to sing. Now, your response in this song is going to be Eba Sere. So I would like you to clap your hand and say, Eba Sere. Let me hear you one more time.
Eba Sere.
Obiowe Eba Sere.
Eba Sere.
Obiowe Eba Sere.
Eba Sere.
Are koye kegbe.
Eba Sere.
Ọlọ́pàá wọ́n sọ̀nà.
Eba Sere.
Ọlẹ́fà wọ́n sọ̀nà.
Eba Sere.
Ọlẹ́yà wọ́n sọ̀nà.
Eba Sere.
Oyin sọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ní kọ̀kọ́.
Eba Sere.
Àwọn olórí gbígbé.
Eba Sere.
Ṣàìtọ́ ọ̀nà náà.
Eba Sere.
Ṣàìhá ọ̀nà náà.
Eba Sere.
Rẹ̀rígó rẹ̀rígó.
Eba Sere.
Rẹ̀rẹ̀há rẹ̀rẹ̀há. Eba Sere. What Miss Hen is saying in their song is this. She said the cat came to the first bird's nest, took 1 egg. He went to the second bird's nest, took 2 eggs. And when he got to the third bird's nest, and he took 3 eggs. But when that little cat got into my nest, he took all of my 10 eggs. And if I don't get my eggs back, there's going to be war on that little cat. So she was fussing and fussing and fussing until she flew all the way to heaven. And when Miss Hen reached heaven, she walked straight to the Creator, God himself, and she said, Obiowe Eba Sere.
Eba Sere.
Obiowe Eba Sere.
Eba Sere.
Are koye kegbe.
Eba Sere.
Ọlọ́pàá wọ́n sọ̀nà.
Eba Sere.
Ọlẹ́fà wọ́n sọ̀nà.
Eba Sere.
Ọlẹ́yà wọ́n sọ̀nà.
Eba Sere.
Oyin sọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ ní kọ̀kọ́.
Eba Sere.
Àwọn olórí gbígbé.
Eba Sere.
Ṣàìtọ́ ọ̀nà náà.
Eba Sere.
Ṣàìhá On a knock,
If I said it,
let it go, let it go.
if I said it,
Let it go, let it go,
if
if
I
I
said
said it. After Miss Hen has finished singing her song, the creator looked at Miss Hen. He said, Miss Hen, I think I know what you are looking for. So he went to his backyard and brought back all the 10 eggs and said, Miss Hen, these are your eggs. The little cat brought them to me. But from now on, you will not lay your eggs like the other bird on the trees, in the bushes. Oh no, from now on, you are going to start laying your eggs in a place that we will call the hen house. So it is forevermore.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I love that
Wow.
story.
Yes, yes. This is a song that called Kakilambe. It brings in the spirit of healing and well-being. And it goes like this.
Everybody clap your hands. Yes.
Wow. Great. You
Thank
guys are
you, thank you.
wonderful
Clap for yourself.
listeners.
Good job.
We have one more story that we'd like to share. You want to hear another story?
Yay!
Yes. This one is a story taken from the tradition of the people of the African country called Ghana. Ghana is a neighboring country to Miss Tutu's country, Nigeria. The people of Ghana will always gather and they will wait for the storyteller to start the storytelling. And then they will say, "Allo."
Yes.
And if he's ready, he will say,
"Allo."
Let's try it. "Allo."
Allo.
Time was, and there lived a spider.
Ooh.
This spider's name was Kweku Anansi the spider. And Anansi had 6 sons who he loved very much. And the boys loved their father as well. Anansi's first son was given the name See Trouble when he was born because he could see trouble before all others. The second son of Anansi and his wife was called Road Builder because he could build roads better and faster than all others. Anansi and his beautiful wife were blessed with a third child. Everyone called the little boy Water Drinker. They called him Water Drinker because he could drink more water than all others. The fourth boy's name was Fish Skinner because he could skin fish better, faster than all others. Anansi and his wife were given a fifth child. Everyone called this little boy Stone Thrower because he could throw rocks and stones farther and straighter than all others. And then one blessed day, Anansi and his wife were given boy number 6, the baby of the lot. Everyone called that little baby boy Cushion because he had a soft, pillowy back. One day, Anansi left home and he fell into trouble. And right away, his son, whose name was See Trouble, said, "Look, our father is in trouble and we have to help." The boys ran to help their father, but the bush was so thick that they couldn't get through. And that's when boy number 2, whose name was Road Builder, built a road. The boys ran down that road to save their father. But by the time they got to the end of the road, they found that Anansi had fallen into a big pond of water. And that's when boy number 3, whose name was Water Drinker, drank all of the water in the pond. The boys ran once again to save their father, but by the time they got to poor unlucky Anansi, he had been swallowed whole by a big, gigantic fish. And that's when boy number 4, Fish Skinner, skinned the fish back. The boys pulled their father to safety, and they were just about to dance in celebration when a bird named Falcon came down from the sky, and he picked poor Anansi up and took him way, way up into the sky. And that's when boy number 5, whose name was Stone Thrower, threw a stone. It hit Falcon. Falcon released Anansi, and Anansi began to fall toward the ground or toward the earth. At first, the boys were happy. Then they became sad when they realized that the earth or the ground was very hard. And unless something was done, their father, Anansi, would fall onto it and he might not survive. And that's when boy number 6, Cushion, positioned himself right above the spot that his father was about to fall on. And instead of falling onto the hard ground or earth, Anansi the spider fell safely onto Cushion's soft, pillowy back. Kids, you've never seen such happy spiders in all of your life. They were laughing and singing all the way home, but actually before they reached home, they found this big ball of white light that was so beautiful and so mystical that they decided to take it home. So they rolled the ball of light home. And when they reached home, Anansi looked at it and said, you know, this thing is beautiful. It is so beautiful. I have to give it to the son who saved my life. So the question for all of you is, which of the 6 sons of Anansi the spider deserves the ball of white light? Who would you give it to? Did I hear Cushion? Oh, Road Builder? How about Fish Skinner?
A stone thrower.
A stone thrower. That was the problem.
Drinker.
Yes, that was the problem then as it is now. Each of the boys did something to save his father's life, and each felt that he and he alone deserved the ball of white light. So they began to have a conversation that became a discussion, and then they just start fussing. And they fuss and fuss and fuss so loudly, they woke up Jinyame. Now, Jinyame is the name given to the creator who lives in heaven for the Akan-speaking people
of Ghana.
of Ghana, the people who this story comes from.
Yeah.
Jinyame came down to earth, took the ball of white light, and placed it into the high heavens for everyone to enjoy. It'll be out tonight. Anyone know what it is?
The moon.
That's how the moon reaches the sky, according to the Akan of Ghana. Clap for yourselves for being such wonderful listeners.
Yes.
Now, we should have enough time to get ready for the big day. Now, kids, I gotta ask you, have you been good?
Yes.
All right, then let's sing a couple of Christmas songs to get ready for the big day, because presents for everyone, right?
And it starts with Jingle Bells, right?
Yeah, this is Jingle Bells and Rudolph the Red-Nosed. Do y'all know Jingle Bells and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Yes,
Well, let's sing it
of course.
together.
Yeah.
Come on, here goes.
Jingle bells,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Everybody sing. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow on a one-horse open sleigh. Bells on bobtails ring, red-nosed reindeer. You go down and hit slowly, everybody. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very tiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to like to call him names. They never let poor Rudolph go in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, "Hey Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight?" And how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee. Hey Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, you go down in his story. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Presents for everyone. We're going to close out with
An African proverb.
yes,
from
and a
Nigeria.
bye-bye dance. Here goes.
Yes. All right. Now, everybody, please repeat after me and do everything I do. Everyone say peace,
Peace,
love,
love,
respect
respect
for everyone.
for everyone.
The only time
The only
you
time
look down on
you
someone
look down on someone
is when you are leaning over
is when you're leaning over.
to pick them up. Bravo. All right, kids. Now we're going to do the goodbye dance. All right. So you're going to get up quietly,
Mhm.
put your hands on your hips, like Miss Tutu. All right, put your hands on your hips like this. Don't move it, don't move it. Do everything I do, and please say, Dami, jiggy, jiggy. Everybody, Dami, jiggy, jiggy. I hope everybody is doing it. Now wave your hands in the air like this. Everybody say, Odabo. Odabo means goodbye. Odabo. Apade layo. Odabo. Oh, 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 oh. See you guys again next time.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you. Don't sit down. Move the chair. Move the chair, closer.
Thank you so much. We
Oh,
enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're so
Thank
happy.
you. We enjoyed it. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you so much. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
All right, Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Hopefully we'll get to see you guys next year.
Yes.
Happy New Year. Hopefully we'll see you in person next year.
Yeah, by the
All
grace
right,
of
yes,
God.
yes.
We'll see
Okay.
you next year. Merry Christmas. Thank
Yes.
you.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy holiday and a safe one too.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Don't move the chair close. I want to take picture from the screen.